Hello and welcome to another update video on XRP. So XRP has now arrived at a key decision point. Yeah, so we are currently, we came down here to test this area in September, this support area. The price found local support around $2.74, $2.75. This was here the 50% retracement of this third wave rally. We talked about that many times in previous videos. So from an Elliott wave point of view, it's entirely possible still that the yellow scenario is leading. In this yellow scenario, we're looking for an upside impulse, and the fifth wave might have started. The fifth wave should be a 5-wave move, but it can be an impulse itself, which means the subwaves should all be 5 waves, or it can be an ending diagonal pattern, and you will see the difference on the smaller time frame. Bottom line is, to keep it very, very simple, as long from a daily chart point of view, as long as this September low is holding, the pathway to higher prices in the yellow scenario towards the $4.30 to $5 range next, yeah, this pathway is open, valid, yeah, the roadmap is plausible and could play out. Now, what really shouldn't happen is a break below the September low, because that would invalidate the thesis. But there are even support levels on the smaller time frame that are worth watching, because a break below the September low is invalidation, but we will get warnings that something is shifting before. Now, to confirm this bullish pathway further, we need to see, first of all, a break above the last highs. Here, the area around $3.19, but then especially a move above the $3.40 area, these swing highs from August. I mean, July was an attempt to break to the upside, yeah. Market couldn't hold, but I mean, this green line is definitely significant, as you can see. Now let's take a look at the shorter time frame for XRP. That is what most of you, I guess, are here for, because the focus here is on whether the bulls can really drive the price higher in either a 5-wave move, yeah, which would be part of an impulse structure. If we get 5 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or rather, as part of an ending diagonal pattern, if, for example, we're moving up in this fifth wave to $4.30 to $5 in a so-called ending diagonal pattern, that's possible. Then the wave 1 would only be a 3-wave move. This is technically possible in a fifth wave, in a larger fifth wave. And obviously, we started a larger fifth wave in September. So, I mean, what I want to highlight here is, even if we cannot get a clean 5-wave move up from the September low, we could still grind higher. We just need to watch support. As long as support is holding and the pattern is not invalidated with a break below the September low, the pathway to higher prices is still open. But obviously, yeah, the cleanest pattern will be if we can get 5 waves up and 3 waves down. To show you that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in wave 1. And then obviously afterwards we could get a wave 2 pullback. So that would be the cleanest pathway if we get 5 waves in wave 1 to track here a 5th wave up, then the wave 2 pullback, and then we go. But sometimes the market doesn't like to give us that very clean pathway. So I have 2 micro support areas here to watch. The first one is between $2.97 and $3.08. This is our upper support area, relevant for, let's say, an internal pullback. As long as this last swing low is holding, I could maintain the view that we might get one more high. At least I'm watching for it. So this is, but this is basically now the last opportunity for the bulls to show up here to give us a 5th wave. Or if we break below the intraday low, which, yeah, pretty much formed here around the 50% retracement, a little lower here, $2.95. If we break below it, then the focus will shift to this lower support area between $2.79 and $2.87. Either way, to keep it very simple, yeah, to keep it very simple, if you're not so familiar with Elliott wave, first of all, learn it. But then, whatever happens, yeah, the invalidation point is crystal clear. I mean, that's the September low. And the early warning that something will fail would be a break below $2.79. You could treat this here as a range, yeah, with an upper support area and a lower support area and an invalidation point. For now, I gotta say this pullback here looks a bit like a micro 5-wave move down. So I'm not quite sure if this low will hold. It's deep for a 4th wave. Technically still valid, however, because the bulls showed up around the 50% retracement. So the levels from yesterday's video are still valid, but I guess it will also be based on what Bitcoin is doing, whether we get that one more high or we're forming a broader wave 2 pullback. I'll definitely keep you updated about that. If anything changes, I will let you know. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional updates, news, chart updates, and much more. You'll find the link in the description and in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.